The time has come again in our lives as Americans to enact our most important right in voting and getting our voice out there and participating in American democracy. To exemplify the importance of voting, I have chosen 2 articles from our very own Mount Sac Library data page. The first being from Nithepasang Tokan. She's a student essay winner from the Student Leadership Summit, and in her 2015 article, The Importance of Voting, she details a personal story about growing up in an impoverished and underdeveloped infrastructure and how she utilized her own personal experiences and opportunities to get her voice out there and how it changed her life and benefited those around her. I believe that she speaks from a place that can be relatable to many of us, even if it's not exactly relatable. The message is still the same. You know, each one of us individually has the power to do so much with so little. And it's this power and this right that we should be proud of and hold on to and never let go. She talks about how our today's youth has this lack of vision and a lack of tenacity in pursuing their vision and getting their voice out there. And that this lack of vision has contributed to this false perception that voting is insignificant in their lives, that it only affects others, not them. I agree to an extent. I think the accessibility of more rights and privileges for our generation that was fought for by previous generations who had to work much harder to get their voice heard has essentially created a lot of us to be softer, like she says, less driven. Though I do believe that many of us are doing a much better job at getting our voice out there. In this study by NPR on University of Florida professor Michael McDonald, who runs the U.S. elections program, he surmises and produces this estimation that in our 2020 election, about over 150 million total votes are going to be coming through, which is the highest voter turnout since 1968. And I thought that to be pretty crazy. If that doesn't say that we're heading in the right direction, I don't know really what does. This contrasts from only a few years ago from the 2016 election of Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton in an article written by Langdon Missy called The Importance of Voting, again, which is produced in 2016, where she talks about how only 9% of the population voted during the Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton primaries, while the rest of the votes were scattered only among minor candidates. Now, I believe I chose her article because I believe it just speaks to how really important each and every single vote can be, especially if nobody votes. I mean, that just makes your vote that just much more impactful. But like I said before, I think we're all heading in the right direction, and that everybody should just get out there and vote and be proud of their voice and proud of their beliefs and opinions. So yes, thank you for listening. That is all.